Hello and welcome my friend, and then I am planning to show you that how to check this car engine's timing chain status. And this test and inspection purpose is to look and see that what is our car's timing chain status. And this timing chain is really critical part, and now we have in here this example engine. This is this Ford excellent Duratec engine, what we can find in many cars in USA and in Europe. And this Duratec engine is really current model in Ford engine manufacturing, and this engine is really well made. Like this my one, there is mileage about 300,000 miles, and everything is fine in this engine, and especially in this timing chain area. And how we can then check and inspect our cars this timing chain, because this timing chain is really critical part, because if this chain becomes too long, then our engine runs badly, like idle speed and higher speed, like in German BMW engines. There is this timing chain issue, and then if this timing chain becomes also too long, then this engine keeps bad, hard this sound. And let's go to look at how we can inspect this situation in our engine. And what we need to do first. First thing is that we have to take out this car's spark plugs. They look like that one. And now I have take away this my car's spark plugs, and we can do this job in also in your engine. This is like first step. In my engine there is 4 spark plugs, and now I have removed all of those spark plugs. Now when we have removed these spark plugs, I can take this away. Next step is also, of course, take to this engine plastic cover away, what we have all of these modern cars, and this is like insulation. This eliminates sound, and then we can see this engine's this cylinder head cover, what is in this my Ford engine. This is plastic, and this plastic is a little bit weaker, like metallic aluminum covers what Toyota use. Normally in all Toyota's engines this material is metal, but because this is Ford, this is plastic, and plastic is always weaker. But in my case, this cylinder head cover is fine. There is no any bad leaks, only small leaks maybe. But this cylinder head cover remove is easy. We only take those 8mm bolts. We open those. There is like 10 bolts on sides and central area, 2 of those. And after that, when I have removed that cover, we can see this target area. And this area in here, there is our timing chain. And let's go to look that area next. And there we can see this timing chain. And this is our first area. And when we are looking this timing chain, there is 3 of those important inspection check that we can go through that timing chain. And this is like first step, that we look that timing chain, that if this our timing chain looks nicely like this my one, this is first good sign that this my timing chain is okay. And let's look a little bit another view also. And now we can see really well this nice timing chain. And this part is timing chain. And in that position, we start to do this second test. Because first test is this visual inspection that everything looks nice. There is no any corrosion or no any missing part, and this feels very tight and durable. No any slack between in this area or in that area, not too much, because this is only area where this timing chain can move a little bit. In this central area, this is camshaft, and in that area there can be little bit this movement up and down. But this is really good tension. And then we can go to next test. Okay, and this next test is really this important, because next we have to rotate this timing chain. And this rotation happens so that we need some tools. And let's go to look those tools next. Okay, and then we really need this socket, what is in my case 21 millimeter socket, what fits to this crankshaft pulley wheels central bolt. And then we need longer bar that we can rotate that my socket, because purpose is next to rotate this my timing chain, this part, because now we are looking these extra movements and sounds. And also we can use later this small wrench, but normally we need longer bar. And now we have to remember that we have to take out these spark plugs, because otherwise this rotation is really difficult. And also we have to install our car's gear to neutral or zero, because otherwise this is so difficult to rotate this timing chain. But let's go to look what we do next. And next we are looking in this crankshaft pulley wheel bolt in here. And we install that our longer bar in here, in this way, in that way. And in this my case, I have now removed this drive belt in here, but we can rotate that also when we have this drive belt in this area, what rotates this water pump and alternator. But now purpose is that I rotate that crankshaft wheel pulley wheel bolt and in that way. And same time, when I rotate that, I have to look this timing chain area, that how this moves. But let's look at how I have to rotate this my crankshaft. Okay, and then when I am doing this test, I need to rotate that my crankshaft in this clockwise. When we have this crankshaft always clockwise in that way, and then I can move this my position, and this is this purpose. And also I can use this my bar in that way. And this is the idea, that I rotate that like now many times. And now I listen. This is the test number 3, that can I hear any sound. And then if we are thinking that our timing chain is bad and also too long, we have to listen now, that can we hear in that area any bad sound when I rotate this my crankshaft. Because if we can hear any sand or rock or hard rough sound or grinding sound, then this my timing chain take contact to this aluminium or engine block area. And now let's listen. Very silent. Now we listen. Very silent, good. And then we can go to listen a little bit closer. And now we listen in that area, and if we hear any bad sound, then we have issue. Let's look movement. Very silent. And now this first test, or this third test is ready. And now we can think that now there is no anything bad in this my timing chain. Okay, and now when I have moved this my timing chain, final test is to test this movement, that how much this part moves up and down. And this is really good test also, because if we can notice that this my timing chain goes in 1 centimeter down or up in this central line, then I have too long and bad timing chain. This is my opinion, because now when I move that, this my timing chain, and in some position this part goes a little bit more up, but in some cases this is very tight. But all time I control that, and we can look that area closer. Now we can see this central area, and if this central line is in here, in same like camshaft's up area, and if this my timing chain goes too much up or down in any positions, then we can think that this my timing chain or timing chain tensioner, or then this timing chain rails, or then this camshaft sprockets, they are too bad and too worn out. And that's I have to remove also this timing chain, tensioner and camshaft sprockets. But let's look that when I rotate that how much there is movement to up and down. There's now about, this is now, I believe that half 5 millimeters up and down. Then I take good hard grip in here. Now I keep my fingers, and be carefully that you don't insert your finger in here, because it is pained. It is hurt. It hurts. Now I rotate, and in all time now this is a little bit higher, but then this is more tight, and this my timing chain is in really good shape. Excellent. And now I can say that this my belt. Okay, and this was really this test, and in my case this Ford's timing chain engineering and materials are really excellent, and I can recommend these Ford Duratec engines. Excellent engineering. And thank you my friend for watching, and see you in next movie.